get serious and angry.
Okay. So how would you describe your involvement here at the facility?
I come in and kind of go through the motions and answer the questions. I try to be as honest as I can. I mean, I know that everyone just wants me to get better, and I want to get better. So,
do you like that identity of being a patient here, or is it something you don't?
No, it makes me feel like I'm completely not in control, and it shatters this whole view of myself as a together kind of person.
So, besides being a student, what are some other roles that you have? Maybe like daughter.
Yeah, daughter. But I'm also kind of the go-between, like scapegoat with my parents. And I try to be the peacemaker, but it just does not. It just never goes well.
Okay, so we're going to talk about your habits. What's a typical weekday like for you?
I get up and I force myself to eat some breakfast, and then I go to class. Come back, kind of run up to my room, and hope that my parents don't see me, and I close the door. Come down and force myself to eat dinner and talk to my parents, and then study more, and sometimes have my boyfriend come over or just talk to him on the phone, and then that's it, go to sleep.
Okay. Do you like to interact with people, or do you have any friends or classmates that you like to interact with?
I have a couple of friends, but I always kind of feel like it's like hanging on by a thread. Like there's my boyfriend and a few people that I like to have close, but for the most part, I'm kind of on my own.
Okay. Do you feel like you distance yourself from them?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
It's a fear of failure kind of thing.
Okay. Does anything change really on the weekends for you?
The only real difference is I don't have class, so instead of hanging out in my room all day, I usually just go to the library, hang there most of the day.
Okay. Do you feel like you have enough time to do the things that you want to do during the day? Or do you think you have too much time on your hands?
It varies.
Okay.
A lot of times I feel like there's too much time. Like, I already have a 4.0 and I've already done all my homework, and now what am I going to do that isn't interacting with my family? So.
Okay. Do you feel like you're flexible in situations that require change in your routine? Maybe if you have to go to a wedding or something that's not required in your daily routine?
It depends. I tend to freak out and think, oh God, what are people there going to think of me? And if it's a situation where there's food that I wasn't anticipating, I panic attacks and I flip out.
Okay.
I always have my little notebook with me.
Good. Okay. Do you depend on encouragement or reminders?
Not so much. I kind of wish I did. I never really got any encouragement from my parents.
Okay.
So I kind of learned to get by without it.
Do you receive it from maybe your professors or your boyfriend or anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, my boyfriend is kind of a good source of that stuff, but professors, it's mostly just encouragement with academic stuff, and I'm like, well, I know I'm good at that. I'd like to get something that would make me feel like I'm successful at life and not just in school.
Okay, something like really passionate about it.
Yeah.
True to yourself. Okay. Well, I think that was the last question, and that's all I needed for today. We're going to do some further assessments and hopefully make a plan for your stay here. So I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.